There's a man. He sits in his room every evening scrolling through social media, watching artists, writers, inventors, people who have it, and every night he tells himself the same thing. I'm just not creative. I'm not smart like them. I don't have that spark. Maybe that man is you. But what if I told you that spark? It's already inside you. You don't need to be born a genius. You just need to understand how to unlock what's already yours. Before we dive deeper, if you believe that ordinary people can grow, evolve, and surprise even themselves, then like this video and subscribe. Because here, we believe every so-called ordinary person has the potential to create the extraordinary. Let's break the myth. Creativity isn't magic. It's not only for the painters or the musicians or the ones who wear glasses and speak in quotes. Scientifically, creativity is the brain's ability to connect unrelated ideas. It's about pattern recognition, imagination, and the courage to test what doesn't yet exist. Neurologists have found that when you're being creative, your default mode network, which activates during rest, and your executive control network, which organizes and plans, work together. This means creativity isn't wild chaos, it's order and freedom working in harmony. You create not because you're chaotic, but because your mind knows how to play and how to build at the same time. Socrates once said, "Wisdom begins in wonder." Creativity is the child of wonder. Think about it. The child who asks, "Why is the sky blue?" The adult who wonders, "What if I did it differently?" The old man who says, "There must be another way." That's where it starts, not in brilliance, but in curiosity. It is not knowing everything. It's asking the right questions. Socrates himself wasn't a man of many facts. He simply asked so many questions that people around him began to think in ways they never had before. So ask yourself, what's something you always wondered, but were too scared to explore? That question might just lead to your greatest creation. From a psychological and medical perspective, creativity isn't a luxury. It's a part of how our brain stays healthy and adaptive. One famous study from Stanford University showed that engaging in creative activities like writing, drawing, or solving puzzles increased dopamine production, the brain chemical responsible for motivation and reward. Dopamine helps you feel more energized, more hopeful, and more likely to keep going even when things get hard. Another study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that just 15 minutes of creative activity per day led to higher levels of well-being and personal satisfaction. So when you say, "I'm not creative," you're not just holding back your ideas. You might be holding back your own healing. Creativity isn't just about art. It's about being fully alive. It's therapy your brain was designed to enjoy. Here are 4 practical steps to become more creative, starting today. Disconnect to reconnect. Creativity doesn't come in noise. Spend 10 minutes a day in silence. Let your brain breathe. Boredom is where new thoughts are born. Collect, don't compare. Read, watch, listen. But not to compare, only to collect ideas. Creativity is combining what you've absorbed in new ways. Make first, judge later. Don't kill the idea while it's still a seed. Write that sentence, sketch that shape, edit later. But for now, let it live. Ask childish questions. Why? What if? How come? Children are endlessly creative because they never fear sounding dumb. Neither should you. Let me tell you something honest and powerful. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't even need to feel creative right now. You are smart. You are capable. And the flaws you carry? They're not shameful. They're part of your humanity. And within them lies a unique perspective, a story only you can tell. So I ask you, have you ever faced a problem where you thought, I'm not smart enough to solve this, but found your way through anyway? Tell us in the comments. Your story might be the exact one someone else needs to hear. And if you believe someone out there deserves to know they're more creative than they think, click like. Share this video. Let's prove that creativity isn't for the chosen few. It's for the ones who dare to try. You are more than you think.